But I'd also like to sit here for a second before we jump into that, if you're cool with that.
That's fine. Yeah, sound check's good.
Well, I was figuring I'll go first on this recap since it was kind of like my idea. Have we figured out an intro for Talking Fae or anything like that?
Not 100%. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. This is another episode of Talking Fae. I'm Ben, and this is Max. We're going to talk a little bit about our gameplay videos. If you haven't checked them out, we are playing through Talking Fae. We are playing Into the Fey by Luke Hart, the DM Lair. If you haven't checked out his channel, you can link to it there. But his module is called Into the Fey. We're currently playing through it right now. Max and I are doing a little review show where we talk about what happened in our last couple sessions. We're going to start a new thing where we recap what happened on the last session of gameplay. So we're going to give ourselves 30 seconds on the clock, and Jesus. Max is going to tell us exactly what happened. Go.
All right, so I cleaned the glitter off of myself and all the gore from Tony Gord splatting the pixie, and we got out of the sewers. And then we went back to the cops. Illensworth didn't go talk to the cops because Illensworth doesn't like the cops, and Thelma gave Ben a hard time. But we got the reward, and she really does like Tony. And then they saw a little halfling on the way out, and then I saw that same halfling again, and it turns out it was the leader of it was Aretha Franklin, the leader of the fork, and we tried to we followed back to the cave, and
Time's
we
up.
got.
That was good. I think I'll probably pick up where you left off. Here's what happens. Here, you hold it.
Yeah, man, I got it.
Shit, it's going. So all that stuff Max says happens, right? And so then we decide to get in good with the other halflings at the other bar. I forgot the name of it, but this other bar, we had to go there. They were being robbed by pixies. We staked out the place at night, and Illensworth takes off outside following the floating cast because they're invisible, and we make it to their underground cave. Turns out they were working for this drunkard dude. And
Time. Yeah, not easy, man. Not easy. Stop.
Dance break. I don't know. I got nothing.
Usually you just hit down and it stops. What did you do? Broke it. It just wants us to try again. Stop. Yeah, so obviously...
that was a very good attempt.
Of course. Yeah, no, you guys are really caught up as to where we left off. I know I am.
If you haven't checked out the gameplay videos, you can check them out here. We'll link them in the thing. Oh, God. I'm going to cut this out. Don't worry. Xanathar was very mad at us. Sorry, y'all.
James would be so disappointed.
Your face, that was terrible. If you do want to check out the gameplay videos and you don't have, if you want to spend a little more than 30 seconds trying to understand what's going on. It was a
minute.
It was a minute of combined content. Quality content, I'll say. Check out the videos here. We'll put the link in the thingy or the up there somewhere around here on the YouTubes. So all of that said, we got out of the cave, we found a portal, and turns out those little golden rings that we found are very important for activating those gates, and we ended up selling one of them. So there's a portal to the Fey, I guess, to the Feywild somewhere out there.
Fine.
Everything's fine.
The chances that the ever random person who buys that ring is also going to find the portal, not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen.
So apparently that's how we can go elsewhere. But I think there's a few other problems in town we're gonna deal with first, right?
I can only assume so. I mean, like the cops hit you up for a favor, so
right.
I'm sure that's gonna be
That'll
awesome.
Probably not come back to bite Jastian in the butt at all.
Way.
It'll be fine.
No way.
We're still working on our friend Gord, making sure that he's sort of down with. He's a lawful good paladin, man. There's only so much you can do to work with.
And it's the good like fish out of water. I mean, he's a country. He grew up on the beet farm, man. It's all vegetables and country.
He hasn't had to deal with any of these things yet.
City stuff. I am curious. I do have a question for you because there was at one point in the game where Gord, Tony, offered you healing. You had been hurt and he offered you healing and you were like, nah, man, I'm cool.
Turns out that was a poor choice.
So I'm curious, like, why? Yeah, why you said no?
I was trying to think ahead as Jastian, but also as Ben, to be like, there's probably something bigger down in this cave that I'm gonna need. Turns out I did need some help with because I was getting blasted. Also, that altar was that was a standout moment for me. So that was sort of my question was, he's learning about selflessness. He's learning about what it means to be part of a team. And he was like, you've only got like a little bit of healing that you can do. Also, we were idiots for not having bought, and Nick even gave us the opportunity to say we go into town and buy healing potions. We didn't. You only have to make that mistake once, guys. I mean,
yeah, no,
I feel like I make it in every campaign at level 1, but I always make it. I just never remember.
No,
you know what I mean? Like,
it's true. No, like always make sure if you can afford healing potions, always make sure you have a couple, because had we had some, I would have spent my action to get Jastian and Ben back up on his feet, which is, always the right choice. Like, invest in getting your friends back on their feet so they can participate, because it's an investment. Like, no one loves sacrificing their action, but it's greater good. And also, if you find a spooky, creepy altar, don't touch the altar.
Don't touch it. Even if you think there might be like some kind of secret compartment that might open the portal, don't touch it. Just don't touch it. It's evil. We already figured that out, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna touch it.
I wonder what this
That was bad. Turns out those are only going to be temporary effects, I think, because I put on my +5 shirt of groveling, and Nick took mercy upon me.
That's fantastic.
Standout moment for you, for Illensworth in particular. What was your favorite Illensworth moment that you got to do?
Well, actually, my favorite standout moment was actually, so like, you may have gone down, Jastian may have gone down, but the fight
beginning
before,
of the boss fight, like round 2, I think.
The fight before, you pretty much held your own, because I was a squirrel that was curled up, happily asleep.
Yep. You got polymorphed,
chest,
and then you went to sleep, and Gord went to sleep, and Jastian was trying to save one of his. I needed to save that spell that I ended up using later on, but I
fuck you.
Lesson learned. I'm gonna cast Protection from Good and Evil on one of these guys at some point, so you have advantage on those saves, and you cannot be charmed by fey creatures.
Yeah,
because I already have advantage against.
Okay.
And I can't be put to sleep with magic. So as a half elf all day.
I mean, I would say, my standout moment wasn't like one particularly for me. Like, I think that when you get dealt a bump hand, when you fail a save, nobody I didn't want to be turned into a squirrel, but if you get turned into a squirrel, go with it. But the fact that we persevered, the fact that, when Tony and I were down and out, Jastian picked it up, and you kept us going, and then when you went down, Tony and I were able to, keep us going. Yeah. And so I think those were the standout moments, the teamwork.
There's a lot of good, this party of 3 has a lot of good coverage as far as dynamics of everybody, because I was sort of weakened by holding off those pixies and getting rid of them. And then by the time we hit the blink dogs and the satyr or whatever he was, I liked the way that we handled it, and everyone had, I think, a standout moment. Again, if you're following along with us, you've seen the episodes. If you haven't, check them out, and check you on the next episode of Talking Fey. Thanks for sticking around. Peace.
It sound right, boy.